For some time now, I have been looking for a program that would be something in between After Effects and Substance Designer, and I think I found it. It's Pixel Composer. It's not just about pixel art, this program can do a lot of things, and in this quick review I will show you features that I like and what I don't like, and I hope this will be useful for you. The interface is pretty much standard, so let's skip it. If you want to change project texture size, double click on empty space and you will see project settings. Just choose the resolution you want. One of the things I liked is visual connection management. You can choose different types of those lines and you can even move them. Second thing is compact view for right panel. I don't know why, but it's here and I like it. If we're talking about preferences, I like opportunity to change UI scale and modify current theme, or if you want, you can create your own one. About what you can import, it's single image, a bunch of images that will appear as one node, GIF animation. You can import your own custom mesh and sound. Also, I like the idea how you can work with information inside Node Graph. You can display text and modify it. You can place whole image inside, and you can even create your own guides here. You can use graph preview to see reference that you trying to achieve while you're working. After Substance Designer, I was surprised with such shape node. It has so many shapes and so many settings. Also, you have this height parameter that will add gradient to your shape. I think it's really useful. Here we have random shape. It's pretty much useless, but it's here and it's nice to have it. About the patterns, here we have, I think, the most popular of them. It's not many, but it's enough. Also, you have a lot of settings that you can change, but it's pretty standard. Noises. I'm not so happy with them because the library not so big as in Substance Designer and not all of them are tileable. Even more than that, not all of them has a seed that you can change. So with some textures you need to change scale or position to achieve another result. Curves can much more than you see here, but I just want to show you some basic stuff. So you can create paths, put it into profile node, then you can trim your paths, convert it to line, work with lines, scatter your shape through the path. I don't like how work paths from the mask node. It's create pretty weird tracking and you can do nothing with this path, you cannot correct it. So for now it's something that I cannot use in my work. I haven't seen it somewhere else, so I decided that you must know about it. Palettes. You can load any picture and get a palette from it. You can change seed inside. Then you can sort it as you want. Change some colors that you don't like. Or convert it into a gradient and modify it to change colors in your image. You can create color texture for your low poly game, for example. Use palettes for it, or you can get colors directly from picture. Also, I want to mention how you can work with your Flipbooks or GIF animations. Here I load a flipbook, then scale it, then slice it, and then convert it array to animation. Then if you want, you can use canvas to redraw it, or sprite stack and then canvas, so you can manage it as you want. You can enable onion skin if you need guidelines. With your GIF animation you can do pretty much the same, just before you need to render it to a sprite sheet. About the canvas, just know that you can draw there, and the rest is just for the separate video. In this example, I want you to show that you can combine all what you created in one array node and then convert it to a sprite stack animation or split it again. You can work with 3D, but I will show you just things that I was interested in. You can test your texture on geometry and use 3D terrain if you want to create some texture with depths. Although I cannot say that it could replace material preview like in Substance Designer or Material Maker, but it's enough to briefly check your material. I like that you can test your texture and animation on your own geometry. You can load it and apply your texture to it. If you want to ask why it can barely play the animation, I would say that performance, one of the things that should be improved. You have a list of primitives when you can find the most standard shapes, but in RM primitive node you can find even more of them, so use it. I didn't understand this topic much, but I still want to show you. You can use, I would say, math nodes to control some settings inside other nodes. If we're talking about this example, by the way, you have a whole list of those nodes. So here I used frame index, math node with sinus and vector2 node to animate specific parameter. Also, you can use expressions when you see this button. I've tested, but without any success, so I leave it on you. What you can export? It's pretty much simple, single image, sequence or animation. If we're talking about animation, you have 4 formats. The most popular is GIF and MP4. Here you can render your animation as a sprite sheet and export it as single image. So guys, we're almost there. The last part is separate things that I like, some nodes, features and so on. First, it's tunnels, the way you can connect to nodes. You can even see a preview if you press Shift. What I don't like, it's the way how you can move it. You need to press yellow circle and sometimes you can miss and disconnect node. Special thanks for zoom blur. It's hard to believe, but not all modern programs can afford it, and you have to look for another way to do it, but not here, and I like it. Recently was added cross-section node. It's pretty simple for now, but I'm sure it will develop. Next interesting feature. You can control some parameters with gradient. Where you see this button, you can press it and connect gradient. If you want to see some settings on a note itself, you can do it. Just press this button. And I cannot leave you without mentioning that you have particles here and some other simulations. Few words about global disadvantages. The first one, this program full of bugs. The second one, it has just one developer, and that is why you cannot really rely on it. Third one, it's lack of tutorials. You won't find any tutorials except official ones. But nevertheless, I think this program definitely costs $10 and you should try it.